Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia and in today's video I'll be setting up my bullet journal spreads for March, and I'm going to do this in this beautiful notebook from Lila Journals. I have done a initial setup video in this channel, so I'll link that in the card above. But for this particular setup, I will be using the markers that were kindly gifted to me by Ohuhu. So thank you so much Ohuhu for sending me this big box of 120 different colors of markers. These are water-based markers, so they are very paper friendly, and they also come in this gorgeous bag, so all of these colors can be stored in a nicer way. As you would know, with most of the water-based or alcohol-based markers, they need to be stored laying flat so that you don't ruin the color. And I love that this bag comes with this individual kind of storage section so that you can take them out and also use them without a whole lot of hassle. They have also provided with this sheet which comes pre-colored, and also the ones where you can color, because sometimes the colors can differ from paper to paper, and that's why we love doing swatching. In this video I have not done the swatching because it would be a really long one considering there are so many colors. Like, look at all of these vibrant colors, and I love how they have all color matched and put them in a gradient. They also have some fluorescent colors, so I am excited to see where and how I'm going to use those, because those are not your conventional colors. And if you have been in this channel for some time, you know that I gravitate mostly towards earthy tones, so this is definitely going to put me out of my comfort zone. Anyway, coming to the setup, I have picked up these 7 different colors, and for this theme I am going to use a Irish quilt pattern. So let me tell you a little bit about why I have chosen this pattern, or rather this quilty design, and how it is going to be of significance. So March, as you know, is pretty known in Irish community or all over the world for St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated on 17th of March, and this time it falls on a Tuesday, so we have a happy Tuesday off. Normally in Ireland and in a lot of Irish communities around the world, you will see big parades, a lot of greens, a lot of Irishness, which is always fun to be part of those community. But at the same time, I did not want to do anything too green, because I have seen that kind of like a recurring themes in most of the places, and I wanted to do something a little bit different but still honoring the Irish culture and traditions. Now, you would have probably come across an Irish chain quilt which looks like this, and this is very popular in most of North America. I would assume that's what my research has been telling me. So the Irish chain is one of the most universally known patterns dating to pre-American Revolutionary War times. While evidence is lacking that this pattern came from Ireland, it has been suggested that the Irish chain pattern may have been inspired by a similar Irish weaving pattern. Whatever the origin, the Irish chain is a timeless pattern that continues to delight quilters even today. Now, I have also checked that there was a quilt specialist or a historian that have said that the Irish chain quilt perhaps have originated in Ireland, and it was brought to America when they did a lot of migration during the famine. Researchers have discovered an earlier quilt from about 1800s with a similar pattern which was brought to America from Irish immigrants. Another theory claims that the pattern may have emerged from different weaving patterns that have been a mismatch of both Irish and maybe the indigenous people in America. Wherever this pattern originated, it has endured as one of America's most popular. According to Brackman's book, Clues in the Calico, most Irish chain quilts are made of 2 blocks, one pieced in a check pattern, the other plain with squares to the corners. With 25 checks in the pieced square, it is a double Irish chain. With 49, it is called a triple Irish chain. Using these markers have been such a delight to make this pattern in the notebook, and I would encourage you to also try this if you want a very simple yet impactful theme in your monthly pujo system. I intentionally wanted to leave some white negative space in this quilt design because I was doing some testing, and if I was going to use additional color, it would just make it look a bit too much. And I wanted to retain the natural aesthetic of the design, so I decided and made an executive decision to not make it overcolored. If you want it to be more in ground and not look like it is just floating, you can definitely try using lighter shade background to just give that oomph to the design. Now I have moved to my calendar spread where I will also try to depict similar patterns, but obviously the calendar is going to take majority of the space. The designs are going to be at the background, and initially I thought that I will try to make some blocks at the background of the calendar, but I think I did some mistake in my calculation when I was doing this rough sketch of the setup. And while I was coloring the blocks, I realized that if I follow the pattern that I tried doing it behind, I will not be able to get the accurate colors, or the design will look very awkward. So I did not do the coloring, and I just left it behind as blank background. I could have tried to make some adjustments, but I was running short of time and I really wanted to post this video today. So decisions were made. If I don't feel good about that in the future while I'm using this spread, I will probably take that extra step to go and make those colorings. I feel like if I can do that, it will look much better and not look this empty as you would see right here. But I don't mind. I'll probably be okay with it, but you let me know, like, do you think I should go back and do it, and do you think that will make a better impact in the spread? Now my third spread of this video is going to be the expense tracker. I have spoken about how I have divided the expenses that I incur every month into surviving and thriving. So what this essentially means is surviving is where I have all my bills and the recurring amount that I have to pay, which is like, let's say, grocery shopping, my phone bill, my internet bill, electricity, all the stuff that kind of goes every month. That's kind of there, it will happen. Thriving is where I have extra money to spend on my vices, let's say. Something that makes me happy, something that I can indulge on my soul, and that makes my working life easy as well. So in this case, this is going to be, let's say, buying some stationeries or going out for lunch with my friends. And these are essentials, obviously, but also not something that you have to do. So these are all thriving side, and then I have the surviving side. I have tried to keep it very minimal and as approachable as possible with this theme. So if you are someone who thinks that they cannot do all of those elaborated spreads that you would see someone making, or you would have probably seen me doing, I don't go too much elaborative. So I try to keep it as simple and accessible as possible, because this also needs time. So I don't want you to spend like 2-3 hours creating spread and then you're not able to use or not happy at the end. You know what I mean? So these are very easy, approachable ones. So in case you need some ideas for your future themes, this is one of them. And Ohuhu's marker have been such a bliss to work. I have partnered with them previously. I have another set of their water-based marker, and I have predominantly used those markers in my Hobonichi Techo last year to just coordinate with the colors of the month. And I have spoken about the color coordination that I do for Hobonichi months, and I absolutely love doing that. And Ohuhu's markers have been one of my life saviors in this case because I just love using them. And now I have additional colors which I'm so excited about. These are not very expensive marker sets, so I will link these product in the description below so you can check them out. I will also have my affiliate code discount, which will give you a certain discount at the end of your checkout. This would also mean that I will make a small commission, which helps in running this channel. The content planner spread is the last spread in this video. I have always made 4 spreads for my videos, and I feel that this has been a good system that has been working for me. I have made few changes here and there, as you would have seen from my previous 2 setups. I have not included my habits tracker because I have moved those to my half yearly setup, so it is there in the initial setup of this bullet journal. And the mood spreads have been moved to my Hobonichi since last year. So there are a few things that I have made changes, but the core of bullet journaling have remained the same. I do not make a weekly spreads because I use this notebook predominantly for my work and I need the space to write, but the keys remains the same. Well friends, we have reached to the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and let's do a quick flip through of all the spreads that we have made in this video. I really like how everything has turned up. It's a very simple and yet easy and approachable setup that I have done. And if you feel that you want to bring in some colors but yet you do not want to make elaborate spread, I believe this is one of those spreads. You can also make bigger squares and the quilt design, and that could also essentially mean that it is more colorful and it doesn't look as probably blank as you would think my setups look. But in the end, I am very happy where we are with these spreads. I truly appreciate Ohuhu trusting me with their beautiful marker set, and I will link all the items in the description below. I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you're watching me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!